Thank you for taking the time today to look at some attacking analysis of our last game with the West Seattle Golden Dragons. Unfortunately, it was a loss, but it wasn't a loss caused by our defense. And that's why I wanted to look at game tape today with you about our attack and our attacking possessions, because I think we lost this game because we were unable to put the ball in the back of the net. Hopefully at kickoff, everybody recognized that our opponent was running a flat 4-4-2, very classic style, which means that 8 needs to park in that mid space between the midfield and the defense. Our 9 and 10 absolutely have to be in some gap along that back line, with the 11 and 7 occupying the half spaces, the 2 and the 3 exploring the outside, and that 6 lurking back to exploit any vulnerabilities for the long shot or recycling the ball to keep the pressure on the opponent. Let's talk about what went well. We had a lot of possession in the opponent's half. That is the key to our defense and a key to our successful game is our possession. Remember, possession is precious because if they don't have the ball, that means they can't attack and score. And if you look at the numbers, our goalie touched the ball less than half than they did in the week 1, which is a great testament to our 6 and our 2 and 3 and our 4 and our 5. We created a lot of chances for scoring. In fact, our XG was between 2 and 3. We should have won this game. Now, what needs improvement? Please watch both halves of this game. We had many wasted opportunities in our attack. And these wasted opportunities were caused by 2 main things. Players choosing to kick the ball rather than seeking to pass. Possession is precious. Find the pass. Maintain possession. Our players, our friends, like the ball on the ground. This is not kickball. This is soccer. Not only was there poor passing discipline, there was also poor positional discipline. We had a poor formation in the attack. So what's my evidence for this? Here's an initial attack. Can you guess where the numbers are? What the position we are in? Are we in our diamond? Where is the heart of our team? Where are our 2 strikers? The defense is in a good shape for build-out play. That's our 7 with the ball attacking into space. Our 6 is ahead of him. Our 8 is behind him. Our 11, appropriately with where the ball is given, is in line with the 7 in the middle. Our 9 is in our half, and our 10 is behind him. So our midfield is in what shape right now? Yeah, that's a line. That's not a diamond. Okay, let's say we talk about where the correct positioning is. The 7 is in the correct spot. He's got the ball. He's attacking space. That means to maintain the diamond, our 6 needs to drop back in front of the defender. Our 8 needs to occupy that space right at midfield between their midfield and the defenders. Our 11 was in the appropriate space. Now this is a diamond. Our 9 needed to be somewhere, even off screen, but somewhere in this channel because the buildup is on the right. He needs to be the passing option up the right channel, not here where the 9 is showing, but back farther wherever the last defender is. And our 10 needs to occupy some other space along that back line. If this formation were to happen, the 7 would have options. His support back to the 2, the support back to the 6, Now the 11 is covered. I will grant you that. However, the 8, because of pressure coming from the one white player, could have positioned himself as a passing option and split out these two defenders, and obviously that 9 up the channel. When you're watching these clips and you have the ball, I want you to think of 3 things. My action was a good decision with good technique, or it was a good decision, but the technique wasn't as good as it could have been, which is fine. Or finally, it was a poor decision. If you don't have the ball, you have to think to yourself, am I a passing option? And am I in the right location on the field doing my job? And this was a problem the entire game. Our 9 and 10 continually dropped back into the heart of the team where they should not be. It's okay if our goalie is under crazy pressure for the 10 to drop back and help, but we're talking within the last 10 yards of the field. Right now, the main job of the 9 and 10 is to sit along that back line. Look at those juicy gaps you could be filling right now. Because if the 9 and 10 had been in the correct spots, splitting those defenders, and the 8 was able to gain control of this ball and pass it, the best pass would be right through that middle gap with the 9 and 10 both running onto the ball. This would have been a crazy, wicked scoring opportunity. Here's another chance for self-evaluation. I want you to watch the clip and think about those things that I talked to you about earlier. Whether or not you're in the right position and whether or not you're careless with your possession. So I will tell you what I see. The diamond starts in pretty good shape. The ball gets to the 11. The 11 using his support, uses it effectively. Pass could have been stronger, but it was a good decision to continue the attack. Now this is the problem. The 9 and 10 aren't in that location for him to be for them to be a passing option, so he loses the ball. The ball is hoofed forward, and the formation falls apart. We have a chance to reset, but the pass goes astray. So this clip starts with the 8 trying to win back possession in a very dangerous location. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders between him and the goal, so he will need help. The 9 is behind him. The 6 is in the appropriate location as support, and the 7 and the 11 need to do better being a passing option. The 10 starts in the right location, in space, towards the back line. He could actually push up another 4 yards. But then the 10 quickly reduces space, and we get choked up in the middle. We have 3 players within a 5-yard box trying to force through 9 other players. Our 11 finally tries to explore space on the outside, but turns into a defender, and we lose possession, and now we're getting countered. This clip starts with a long ball out of the back. The player successfully traps the ball. Unfortunately, he is out of position. This is somebody else's role he is doing. So the question is, if I'm doing somebody else's job, who is doing mine? We lose possession, but our 6 is successful in regaining possession and starts the attack up the left-hand side. The 3 at that point should have gone to support, and the 6 doesn't have a passing option because the 9 and the 10 are not providing that width ahead of him. Had they been providing the width ahead of them, we would have been continuing the attack. So the 9 and 10 have to be along this back line of a back 4. In the last clip, we saw the 6 building out wide. Sometimes we see the 7 build out wide. Sometimes it's the 2 and the 3. But they have to be that passing option out wide. So here, if you look at it, the 3 has the ball. That 9 has to be a passing option right there. And look at that beautiful triangle between the 3 and the 9 and the 8, or the 3 and the 9 and the 11. That's a way to maintain possession and continue the attack. And if there is a strong back line that has a high line or any type of discipline, and you can't be offside, we have to remember we have to shoot those gaps and push the ball behind the line in order to continue to the attack. In this clip, we'll take a look at what happens when the opponent takes a nice, strong, hard line. We're attacking into space, and unfortunately our middle gets a little bogged down and loses discipline in terms of their positioning. But the other reason I like this clip is the fact that our 11 shoots the gap. He's thinking about using a support. He uses his support. Unfortunately, we lose possession, but this is really cool. We regain position, pass in the direction we're facing, and recycle the attack, and look, we're back countering. Now, if I was the 2 here, I would have kept on running, hoping for a through ball. This clip has some really good position play and build out play from our back line in our six. I would like to have the two a little farther wide, especially more wide than our seven, but it's still a good position. It's a good shape. There's good decisions, passing in the direction you're facing. But this ball here should have went to a midfielder. And instead, because the 9 and Ted came back so much, in fact, our 9 there is 20 yards behind where he should be. Even if he wins the ball there, there's no one to pass to and 3 defenders to beat. Our 8s is in the defensive line, and our 10 is behind our 7 and our 11. In this clip, we'll see good keeper work, distribution. Now, where's the 9 and 10? They should be along that last defender right there, 10 yards after the midfield. We start having possession, good off the ball movement, quick passing. The problem is we don't have that person playing the other pass, and now we have all of our team in that one location. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within a 10-yard box and no one to pass to. I'll let you guys self-evaluate the last couple clips, and I'll come back at the end. Finally, this is the last clip of the day. I think this is my favorite attack of the entire game. Great build-out play from all the way in the back. Excellent passing, good off-the-ball movement. It gets a little bogged down in the middle. It looks like you guys are trying to force all of you through a funnel. But then you come out the other side, and the attack continues, and it looks great. And we created a chance, and we had a shot on goal. This is the kind of soccer that we want to play. Hopefully the last clip proves to you guys that you can play a beautiful game of soccer with good passing, off the ball movement, great decision making. But notice it needed the team. It needed people to understand their roles and functions and had the skills to pull it off. We are all learning this. Many of us are playing with each other for the first time. We're learning this style of play and how I expect the team to go forward. And it's okay to make mistakes. We're on this journey together. And if we take the time, and if we're patient, and if we're considerate, and if we do our best, this journey is going to be a fun one.